Hello 3S! So this is the next instalment of Fortunately the Milk, and remember yesterday he was saved from the pirates in a big hot air balloon, but when he got to the top he saw instead of a person a stegosaurus. So let's see what happens next. I am an inventor, said the stegosaurus. I have invented the thing we are travelling in, which I call Professor Steg's floaty ball person carrier. I call it a balloon, I said. Professor Steg's floaty ball person carrier is the original name, he said, and right now we are 150 million years in the future. Actually, I said, we are about 300 years in the past. Do you like hard, hairy, wet, white crunches? He asked. Coconuts, I guessed. I named them first, said Professor Steg. He picked up a coconut from the basket and ate it, shell and all, just as you or I might crunch some toast. He showed me his time machine. He was very proud of it. It was a large cardboard box with several pebbles on it and stones stuck to the side. There were also a large red button. I looked at the stones. Hang on, I said, those are diamonds and sapphires and rubies. Actually, he said, I call them special shiny clear stones, special shiny bluey stones, and special shiny red stones, I suggested. Indeed, he said, I called them that when I was inventing my really good moves around in time machine 150 million years ago. Well, I told him, it was very lucky for me that you turned up when you did and rescued me. I am slightly lost in space and time right now and need to get home in order to make sure my children have milk for their breakfast. I showed it to him. This is the milk. Although I expect that 150 million years ago you called it wet, white, drinky stuff. Dinosaurs are reptiles, sir, said Professor Steg. We do not go in for milk. Do you go in for breakfast cereal, I asked. Of course, he said. Dinosaurs love breakfast cereal, especially the kind with nuts in. What do you have on your cereal, I asked. Orange juice mostly, or we just eat it dry, but I shall put this in my book. In the distant future, small mammals put milk on their breakfast cereal. I shall write a wonderful book when I return to the present. Actually, I said, I think this is definitely the past. It has pirates in it. It's the future, he said. All the dinosaurs have gone off to the stars, leaving the world to mammals. I wondered where you all went, I said. The stars, he told me. That is where we will have all gone. So I said, can you take me home? Well, he said, yes and no. What does that mean? Yes, I would love to take you home. Nothing would make me happier. No, I cannot take you home. In all honesty, I do not believe I can take me home. My time machine is being temperamental. I need a special shiny greeny stone. I have pressed that button many times, but nothing happens. Button? Don't you mean big red flat pressy thing? I asked. I most certainly do not. It is a button. I named it after my Aunt Button. Can I press it? If you wish. I pressed the button, the sun shot around the sky, and the sky started to flicker in nights and in days, and the balloon began to rock and lurch and zoom around like an angry fly. There they are, zooming around in space and time. I held onto the ropes as hard as I could. Fortunately, I was still keeping tight hold of the milk in my right hand. When we stopped being blown all across the sky, it was night, and according to Professor Steg, we had only gone back about 1,000 years. The moon was nearly full. I am even further from the children and our breakfast, I said. You have your milk, he said. Where there is milk, there is hope. Ah, over there. That looks like a perfect landing platform for time-travelling scientists in floaty ball person carriers. We landed on the platform and got out. The platform stuck up out of the jungle and had flaming torches on each side. There were people standing on it with very black hair and sharp stone knives. Oop, he looks a little bit fierce. Is this a balloon landing platform? I asked the people. It is not, said a fat man. It is our temple. We had a very bad harvest last year, and we had just asked the gods to send us a sacrifice to make sure that this year's harvest is better, when you floated down in that thing with your monster. Thank you, by the way, said a little thin man. I was going to be the sacrifice if no one else turned up. I'm much obliged. So now we will sacrifice you and your monster. But my children are waiting for their breakfast, I said. Look, I held the milk up. Why did they all just fall to their knees? Asked Professor Stegg. Is this usual, hairless mammal behaviour? Perhaps I should hold up some hard, hairy, wet crunchers and see what happens. Coconuts, I told him. They are called coconuts. What is that you are holding? The fat man asked. Milk, I said. Milk? They exclaimed, and they prostrated themselves on the ground. We have a prophecy, said the fat man. And I'm going to stop there. So catch up on Monday to find out what happens next. Bye for now.